We've all heard about the legend of werewolves. You may have seen a great werewolf movie or read a story, but you probably didn't think they may actually exist. After all, we don't see grainy photographs of a werewolf on the rampage, or hikers bumping into a werewolf on a windswept moor or craggy mountain. Unlike ghosts, in which we do see a plethora of photos or accounts of experiencing them in haunted locations, when it comes to werewolves, they exist purely in the realm of fiction. But what if I told you that there was a case for werewolf and it happened in the UK, and it was widely reported at the time and covered by the UK tabloids? You probably haven't heard about it, as it was during the 1980s and early 90s, and for whatever reason seems largely forgotten. This is the story of Bill from South East England, a man allegedly possessed by a demonic werewolf entity that would manifest randomly and cause havoc to those around him. Bill was an ordinary man living in an ordinary life. There was one problem though. He had bouts of rage that seemingly gave him superhuman strength. Observers of these episodes of rage noticed how Bill would bare his teeth and even run on his hands and feet as a dog would. Due to these angry episodes, alarmed observers would call the police, and it is said even the police feared him. Usually mild-mannered and pleasant, Bill would become ferocious and extremely strong when his demon werewolf took control. It is said that Bill was at one time apprehended by over 10 police officers due to his superhuman strength. And yet just as soon as these episodes of rage began, they would just as quickly stop, and Bill would regain his faculties from nowhere and subsequently be shocked by what happened. As it seems, Bill, the man, would not be consciously aware during these episodes, as if something else took over him. The incidents began to be reported in the UK tabloids, and it wasn't long before Ed and Lorraine Warren heard about the case. Although initially skeptical, who wouldn't be? The Warrens felt it was important to contact Bill to try and find out a bit more about what was actually going on. This initially wasn't a very easy thing to do, and they had to ring round to the police in Bill's area to try and make contact with him because they didn't know where he was. And you can imagine the police officer taking that call from the paranormal investigators, the Warrens, seeking to contact Bill the werewolf. Ed and Lorraine Warren met with Bill and got to spend time with him. It is said that Lorraine Warren felt strongly that Bill was genuine and believed him to be possessed by a demonic werewolf entity, and as such should be the subject of an exorcism. Bill was unsure, and he was a little bit skeptical about having an exorcism, but was eventually convinced and made the trip to the US to be exorcised by a bishop that the Warrens knew very well. During the exorcism, Bill took on the appearance of a werewolf by gesturing with claw-like hands that a wolf may possess, and baring his teeth in an aggressive display. Once the exorcism ended, Bill could feel something had changed. He returned to the UK and nothing further has been reported. This disturbing case had a positive ending, and I wonder if this case may be the story for a forthcoming Conjuring movie. We'll have to see. We don't often hear about werewolves or people being possessed by animal entities, so this is a very unique case, and one that perhaps deserves a bit more notoriety. What do you think happened here? Let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, hit the like button or hit subscribe to see future videos.